scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 64 yards. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. He'll drop this one off with ETN. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Mahomes firing complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play for the Jaguars. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Big hole up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 25 yards to the house. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Steps away to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. This is caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A handoff running left is Etienne. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 6-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, Sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
A first down and more, ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 72 yards. And the Jags use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes will throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this off to ETN. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with ETN. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. ETN with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 2. Let's go. 2 to Mike.
Wilson. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down, here's Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
On second down, Etienne once more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Going for it, here's Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Lawrence. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Lawrence steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 out now.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Safety's great. Easy. Tuck. Rush in.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on eSports. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check 50, check 50.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, Penny. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dwayne Smoot able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consider. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jordan Brooks getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Etienne once more. Big hold of the 30. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 28. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Dan Arnold, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Seattle. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On 1st and 10. It's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. After one, 7-0 on eSports. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Lawrence will throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Back to the ground with Etienne. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. And they'll run with Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. From the gun, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go. In Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
14, on it.
Watch two.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. One left. 2.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, they had...
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They got his man, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch two. It's just me and you. Mike two.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. A fairly short kick from the 14. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Brooks able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Again, it's Penny. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I
I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Another toe for Etienne, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 105 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Wilson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
But they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Here's Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Go now. 10 logo.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated.
Saturday night here, all of the shows.